Beautiful. All right. Thank you for joining me for a 40-minute class. We're going to do 20 minutes of gentle floor-based yoga and 20 minutes of meditation. There's no yoga or meditation experience necessary. All you need is a yoga mat and or a carpeted area, and you might want a blanket for your meditation time, but that's it. Again, this is intended to be a beginner-friendly class. So we're going to start seated in a comfortable position. You can either sit crisscross applesauce, or in Sukhasana, easy pose with one foot in front of the other, or if you'd like, you can have both legs long if that feels more comfortable. Just finding a way to sit up tall, feel nice and grounded into the floor. You can take a moment and rock back and forth, side to side, and then really firmly root down through both sit bones, sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes for a moment and take a nice slow breath in through your nose. If you'd like, open your mouth and exhale through your mouth, just kind of letting go of the day. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale through your nose, feel your chest rise. Open your mouth and sigh out anything you'd like to let go of, letting the shoulders fall. Last breath like that. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and let go of your day. Any worries or cares on your heart, any, items on your to-do list, right? You're just going to politely set those aside. They'll be there for you after class. But this is some time that you've carved out for yourself to get to know yourself better, to be a little bit in the present moment. So just honor that. We're going to breathe through our nose for the rest of class. And if at any point you find that your mind is really wandering or, your practice is getting away from you, just return to your breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. We're going to start just by moving our neck spine. So inhale, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. And exhale, tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder, stretching the left side neck. And it's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm moving my head to the left when in fact I'm moving my head to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body movements either way. I will do the right side of postures first, unless I forget, which sometimes happens. Slowly roll your head down, chin to chest, let your head hang heavy, jaw relaxed. And then roll your left ear towards left shoulder, stretching right side neck. And you might notice that this side feels different from the right side, and that is quite normal. We are not symmetrical. We are all perfectly imperfect. Through a regular yoga practice, we tend to even out a little bit, but just remember that the goal of yoga is self-realization, getting to know yourself and love yourself better. A byproduct is that we end up becoming a little bit more flexible, a little bit more strong, a little bit better able to balance. Good. Slowly roll your head down, chin to chest. Notice if you start to lean forward, hunch forward, or round forward. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine, and then drop your head. So again, just the neck spine moving at the beginning of class. Good. As you're ready, lift your nose and chin, look forward, and then start to look up towards the ceiling. You can gently look up towards the ceiling, or maybe even let your head drop back, never forcing the neck. So now it's compression to the neck, cervical spine, extension through the throat. Good. Slowly bring your head back to center, looking straight ahead. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, start to look over your right shoulder, bringing the chin over shoulder, look for the wall behind you. So the spine moves in 6 different directions, right, left, backward, forward, twisting to each side. And we will do all of those multiple times, even in a 20-minute yoga class. Good. Slowly unwind, look straight ahead. We'll do the other side. On the breath in, stretch up. And on the breath out through the nose, look over your left shoulder. Just the neck moving. Keep your shoulders and hips pointing forward. Imagine you could lean against a wall behind you, maybe even pressing your left ear against that wall. Good. Slowly come back to center. We're going to come onto all fours into a tabletop position here. So take a moment finding your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders, knees about hip width distance, hands about shoulder width distance. Make your neck long, pull your abdomen in slightly, spread your fingers wide and root down through your knuckles rather than your wrists. We're going to cat-cow. Take an inhale through your nose. And on the exhale through your nose, start to round your spine up towards the ceiling like an angry cat, meow, chin to chest. Keep your shoulders out of your ears, pull your abdomen in. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to move into cow pose. So bend your spine, stick your butt up, press your chest forward, look up towards the ceiling. On your next exhale, cat pose, meow, round your spine, slide your shoulder blade scapula apart, keep the shoulders out of the ears, drop your head, actively press your hips forward. Think hips to ribs, ribs to hips. On your next inhale through the nose, cow pose, let your abdomen hang down, move your hips, your tailbone up and back, squeeze shoulder blade scapula together, lift your nose and chin, keep your shoulders out of your ears. Last round, exhale into your cat pose, move at your own rate, make it feel good, just waking up your spine. Whenever you're ready, inhale into your cow pose. Good, exhale back into a neutral spine position. We're gonna do a shoulder opener called thread the needle, but we're gonna start with a little warm up first. So keep your left hand on the floor, knuckles rooted, and on your inhale breath, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, look up for a nice shoulder opener and spine twist. And then exhale through your nose, place your right hand back down on the floor. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach your right arm up, looking up. Exhale, place your right hand down on the floor. You're moving your breath and body together. Inhale, reach your right arm up. This time, exhale, thread the needle. Take your right hand in between your left arm and left leg, and then bring the right shoulder down towards the floor, right ear on the floor. You can keep your left hand on the floor close to your face for stability, or you can reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, reach behind you, eventually touch your right thigh with your left hand for a half bind. Good, keep the hips over the knees. Inhale and exhale. If your right hand is straight behind you in a bind, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then place your left hand on the floor close to your face. We're gonna unthread the needle, everybody together. Inhale, unthread the needle, reach your right arm up, look up. Exhale, place your right hand down on the floor, wrist under shoulder. Let's do the left side. Inhale, reach your left arm up, look up. So eventually arms stack 6 and 12 o'clock. Exhale, place your left hand down on the floor, connect to your breath. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach your left arm up, getting a twist to the spine. Exhale, move your left hand slowly back down to the floor. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, take your left arm underneath your right arm, left ear on the floor, hips over knees. Option to keep your right hand on the floor close to your face, or reach your right arm up, drape behind you, and eventually touch your right fingertips to your left thigh for a bind. Breathe. If your right hand is straight behind you, start by reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then place your right hand back down on the floor close to your face. Everybody together, unthread the needle. Inhale, slide the left arm up, lift it up, look up. Beautiful. Exhale, place your left hand back down on the floor. Good. Keep your hands on the floor, shoulder width distance. You're going to take your right foot in between your hands. So right foot in between the hands. And from here, start to slide your left knee back so that the leg lengthens. If you have a tight knee, you are welcome to roll up your yoga mat so that there's extra padding under your knee. Or if you have a blanket or pillow nearby, you could also put a little extra padding there that way. So that's always an option if being on your knee does not feel good. From here, keep sliding the left leg back so that it's long. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can also try tenting your fingers so that you start to lift up. Or if you're able, you can lift your hands off the floor, interlace your fingers on your right knee, do a nice little lunge here, move the left hip forward, right hip back, drop the shoulders, keep your shoulders out of your ears, neck long, chest proud. Good, if you're lifted, bring your hands back down to the floor. We're gonna go into the half splits. You're gonna start to move your hips up and back. Now sink your hips down towards your back left heel so that the right leg straightens out. You can flex your right toes back towards your face, getting a nice calf and hamstring stretch here. Breathe into the right leg. Good, lift your hips back up. Right foot in between the hands. Slide your left knee forward a bit. And then bring your right knee back down to the floor, back into your tabletop. Good, let's do the other side. Take your left foot in between your hands and start to slide your right knee back into that deep lunge, runner's lunge. But in yin yoga is called dragonfly pose. Option to keep your hands on the floor. You can tent your fingers to lift up a bit, or you can try your balance here, interlace your fingers on your left knee. Good, move the right hip forward, left hip back so the hips square off. Nice little hip flexor stretch here. Beautiful. Place both hands on the floor outside of your left foot. Start to move your hips up and back into our half split. Move your hips back and down towards your right heel. Flex your left toes back. If you've ever wanted to do the splits, but you don't know where to start, this is a good place to start, right? Because one at a time, we stretch the calf and hamstring. Good. Move your hips back to a neutral position. Slide your right knee forward a little bit, and then bring your left knee back down to the floor, back into your tabletop position. Good. From here, we're going to bring our feet together, open your knees, and we're going to take a wide-legged child's pose. Start to sink your hips down towards the floor and reach your arms forward, forehead to floor. If you have trouble getting your hips down towards your heels and you have a blanket nearby, you're welcome to place a blanket in between your calves and your hamstrings if that gives you a little bit more support, right? Or if you have tight ankles, toes, or knees, you could also roll up your mat or place a little blanket or pillow there for support. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down. We're opening through the inner thighs, the hips, and we're really stretching out the spine, the neck, the shoulders. Good. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Place your left hand on top of your right hand. This is a left side body stretch. So hands to the right, head in between the arms, stretching the left side body. Good. Walk your hands back to center, stretch forward and back. And then walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Place your right hand on top of your left hand, right side body stretch. Good. Walk your hands back to center. And one more time, reach the arms forward, sink the hips down, inhale, and exhale through the nose. Lift your chin, look forward, walk your hands in back towards your knees and slowly press yourself up so that you're seated upright. And from here, if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and press your hands down for a nice little back bend heart opener, looking up towards the ceiling. Good. If your hands are interlaced behind you, uninterlace the fingers. Bring the spine back into a neutral position, and we're going to turn and lie on our backs. Okay, take a moment here, lengthening from the feet to the crown of the head, taking a brief Savasana. This is a nice way for the back to reset after all of that tabletop action, right? Keep the shoulders soft. We're going to take a supine figure 4, good for hips, good for sciatic nerve pain if you have sciatica. Bend your legs so that your feet are on the floor, hip width distance. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So if you look down, your legs make a 4 shape. That's why it's called figure 4. Option to keep your left foot on the floor or lift your left foot off the floor, hug your thighs in towards your abdomen. And if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and pull down. Try to keep your 2 shoulders and hips on the floor. So again, this is a great hip opener, a good side seat stretch. And if you've ever had sciatica or you know someone who has it, right, this is your posture. I'm really stretching out that nerve. Good. If your fingers are interlaced behind you, uninterlace the fingers, return the left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor. Now lift your hips slightly and walk your arms in underneath your body, palms face down. So your hands are underneath your butt, palms face down. You want your ankles underneath your knees. Squeeze your glutes, engage your triceps, press your shoulders and feet down, and lift your hips up. Doing a little bit of a bridge here. Knit your ribs together. So rather than flaring the ribs out, squeeze the ribs together. Keep your head on the floor, neck long, chin to chest, squeeze your glutes, press the heels and shoulders down. Good. Slowly lower your hips back down, slide your arms out. Keep your right foot on the floor. This time cross your left ankle shin over your right thigh. For the other side of figure 4, option to keep your right foot on the floor or lift your right foot off the floor. And if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers underneath your right thigh for a nice stretch. Breathe. And you might notice that this side feels different from the other, and that's okay.
A lot of yoga is just starting to notice our body more, noticing our brains more, right? Our mind patterns, and then slowly over time, both accepting our bodies and also, over time, maybe moving our bodies. Good. If you have your fingers interlaced behind your right thigh, bring your right foot back down to the floor, uncross your foot, left foot back down to the floor. Once again, slide your hands underneath your butt, palms face down. Press down through your shoulders, heels, and the pads of your feet. Engage your gluteal muscles and lift your hips up. So squeeze the glutes, press the heels, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your ribs together. Head on the floor, chin slightly to chest, stretching out the neck spine. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips down, slide your arms out. Happy baby pose. Lift both feet off the floor. Keep your knees bent, but bring your legs apart. Flex your toes back towards your face. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet with your hands. So I like to have elbows inside of my knees and hands outside. If you cannot grab your feet, grab the backs of your hamstrings or the backs of your knees instead. And from here, we're going to rock right and left, just rolling out the back. And maybe as you roll to the right, try straightening the right leg for an inner thigh stretch, and then come back to center, bend the right knee. Roll to the left, try straightening out the left leg for an inner thigh stretch. Come back to center, bend the left knee, and we'll do that a couple more times, just rolling right and left, back and forth. Good, and then come back to the middle. Maybe think about bringing your knees closer to the floor, just opening through the hips. Keep the shoulders soft, head heavy. Release the grip on the feet or the backs of your legs. Place your hands outside of your knees and bring your knees and feet together. And from here, start to hug your thighs in towards your abdomen. You can place your hands on your shins, or you can even interlace your fingers. And once again, we're gonna roll right and left, rocking out the back. And if it feels good, you can even try rocking back and forth. Just rolling out your back muscles. Good. And then if your head is lifted off the floor, keep your head on the floor, head heavy. Really squeeze the knees together and down, thighs towards your abdomen. Breathe. From here, try to keep your knees and feet together, thighs in towards the abdomen. Release any grip on your hands or on your shins and bring your arms out to the side. So the arms are perpendicular to the body. And from here, you're going to roll to the right. So left hip stacks on top of right hip. Try to keep your left shoulder on the floor. You can keep the back of your head on the floor, or if you'd like a full spine twist, look over your left shoulder. If you're looking over your left shoulder, left ear on the floor, slowly roll your head back to center. You can either place your hands on your knees, thighs, and with the help of your arms, roll your left hip back down, or try using your core to lift the knees, bringing the left hip back down to the floor. Other side, you're going to roll to the left this time, so the right hip stacks on top of the left hip. Try to keep your right shoulder down on the floor. It's a great spine twist, also good for digestion. It's an abdominal wall twist. Option to keep the back of your head on the floor or look to the right ear on your mat. Back bends are really good for the spine, but so are spine twists, right? And I kind of designed this class for the idea of even if we don't have time for a full yoga practice, right? We all have time to like move our spine, to stretch out our legs and arms during the day. A little bit goes a long way. Good. If your right ear is rolled to the floor, roll your head back to center, and then using arms and or core strength, roll your right hip back down to the floor. One more time, you're going to interlace your fingers or grab your shins, really squeeze the knees together and down, look down the center line of your body. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. And this time, if you'd like, open your mouth. Exhale, release the grip and bring your arms and legs down. Good for our Savasana, final Savasana here. Let your head, hands, and feet be heavy. Let the floor hold you up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You are welcome to stay on your back for our meditation portion of class. You are also welcome to slowly make your way into a seated position. If this feels better for you, it is up to you.
And while we are getting situated, or while I'm getting situated, I will explain a little bit of what meditation is and is not. So some people think of meditation as like the ability to not think about anything. I think of meditation as compassionate mind control. So often throughout our day, our mind starts to wander, and then we notice that we've gone off track, and then we can be kind of harsh with ourselves. In meditation, we're offered a space in which we can observe our thought patterns. And when we notice that we're, starting to lose concentration or focus, we compassionately, gently bring ourselves right back into the meditation, back into your breath, back into the present moment. There's no such thing as a good meditator or a bad meditator. There's simply people who meditate and people who do not. So for the sake of today's practice, right, you are meditating, good for you. I'm now going to light a candle as a symbolic gesture that we are entering into a more intentional space. Being intentional with our breath, intentional with our body movements, and intentional with our thoughts. Again, being compassionate with ourselves always. As you inhale through your nose, feel your chest and abdomen rise. And as you exhale through your nose, feel your chest and abdomen fall. Inhale, notice the temperature of air coming into your lungs. Exhale, notice the temperature of air coming out of your nostrils. Might notice it's a little bit warmer, a reminder that we are very alive and 90-something degrees. Inhale, feel your ribs gently expand. Exhale, feel your ribs gently contract. And again, if at any point the mind starts to wander, not even if, but when, right? You're just going to gently return to your breath, to my words, to this meditation. Draw your attention to your left big toe as if nothing else in the world exists, which of course is a little bit silly, but we're learning, right, this idea of concentration, meditation, compassionate mind control. So bringing your full self to your left big toe. Relax your left big toe. Now bring your full awareness to your left second toe. And relax left second toe. Breathe into middle toe. Fourth toe. Relax left pinky toe. Now bring your full awareness to your right big toe. And relax your right big toe. Right second toe. Relax right third toe. Fourth toe. Breathe into right pinky toe. Soften through the tops of your feet, the arches of your feet, your heels and ankles. Let your feet be heavy. Relax through your calves and hamstrings, shins and knees, quads, hips. Relax your outer thighs, inner thighs. Relax your pelvic floor. Soften your gluteal muscles. Let your belly button be heavy like lead. Relaxing lower back, middle back, upper back. Notice where you're carrying tension in your abdomen and let it go through the exhale breath. Softening through the ribs and chest, side torso, shoulders and armpits. Relax your shoulders. Soften through your upper arms and elbows. Release any tension from the forearms and wrists. Bring your full awareness to your right thumb. Relax your right thumb. Now bring your full self to right second finger. Relax right second finger. Middle finger. Breathe into right fourth finger. Relax right pinky finger. Now bring your full awareness to your left thumb. Relax left thumb. Breathe into left second finger. Middle finger. Release any tension in in left fourth finger. Relax left little finger. Soften through all 28 knuckles, the tops of your hands, the palms of your hands. Let your hands be heavy, feet be heavy, arms and legs relax, abdomen at ease. Now soften through your neck, spine, and throat. Relax your chin. Relax your jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks, your ears, outer ears and inner ears. Let your earlobes be heavy. Soften through the bottom lip and top lip. Tongue, back of the tongue, roof of the mouth, gums, each and every tooth. Relax the space between your upper lip and nose, softening through your nostrils and bridge of the nose. Release any tension from your under eye area. Let your eyes be heavy in their sockets. Relax through your temples and brow, and the space between the brows. Give your forehead permission to relax. Soften through your hairline and scalp, each and every hair follicle. Let your head be heavy. Let your hands and feet be heavy. Inhale and exhale. The mind is wandering, just gently returning to the breath. You're learning to observe any thought patterns like clouds passing in the sky. Our thoughts and our feelings are like clouds. Sometimes they're light and fluffy. Sometimes they're gray and stormy. Sometimes they pass quickly or last all day. Sometimes we try to make meaning out of shapes. It's important to remember that you are not the clouds. You are the sky. Through meditation, we start to allow thoughts and feelings to pass through us, observing them, being compassionate, but not attaching. For today's meditation, I'll offer a small practice of both affirmation and intention setting. If you'd like, you can think of an affirmation that is speaking to you. It can be a word, a phrase, or a mantra. For example, I am loved, or I am creative, my body is good, I am enough. And there's no right answer to this, and there's no one answer to this, right? So if you have multiple affirmation ideas, you're welcome to pick just one. You can always return to this exercise. If no affirmations are coming to mind, I will offer one. And I'll use this as an example. I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this moment. I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this moment. You can take this affirmation or one that is speaking to you. And we will take a minute here just to sit with this affirmation and breathe it in and out, silently repeating it to yourself in your mind while keeping your body relaxed and your breath easy. As you breathe with your affirmation, notice anything that's coming up. Is it a pushback that, no, I'm not in the right place? If any sort of emotion is coming up, can you locate it in your body? For example, do you feel it in your abdomen or in your throat? So we're just noticing how our body and our breath are relaxing or reacting to our affirmation, not judging it, just observing, compassionately observing. Notice any resistance to this affirmation, or also any ways in which this is making you feel good or whole or worthy. And try not to judge what comes up. We're just practicing, right? Compassionate mind control, watching the clouds pass, again, just breathing with your affirmation. You might notice that the affirmation even changes meaning or goes into meaninglessness the more that you repeat it, and that's okay as well. Just observing. Often when we set a goal, a resolution, or intention, especially at the beginning of the year, we don't really pause to reflect on what the deeper affirmation might be. So for example, if the goal is to get a promotion at work, is it really about the promotion, right? Is it really about prestige or money? Or is it actually about feeling valued, feeling that you're working hard and being rewarded for it? Is about feeling seen? Or if your resolution is to lose weight, is it actually about a number on a scale, or is it about feeling loved and worthy and accepted by society? In this meditation, we've intentionally set our affirmation first so that we can make sure that a resolution, goal, or intention that we set is in line with our affirmation. So holding this affirmation that you've set for yourself, I want you to breathe with it again. And now think of one small habit that you could practice that will help you to internalize this affirmation. does not, and in fact should not be, a total life makeover, not something that's going to take all of your time away or drastically shift everything. But what is one small habit or act or practice that will help you internalize your affirmation? So for example, if my affirmation is, I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this moment, I might look towards turning off my phone when I'm with friends, not worrying about tomorrow as I go to bed, taking 5 minutes a day to very slowly sip tea without any other agenda or anything else, no multitasking, just sipping that tea and enjoying that for what it is. So you can take a moment here, breathing with your affirmation, and then setting a small intention or resolution that you can repeat to really remember that affirmation and feel it in your body. Now I want you to think about your schedule for tomorrow and find a time in that schedule when you can practice this small habit. What time? Where? Do you need any props for it? And I want you to picture not just the habit, but any setup you need. So if your practice is sipping tea slowly, right? Boiling the water, getting out, the tea bag and the mug. And just envision yourself tomorrow, when, where, and how you will do this habit. And if you're realizing that your practice does not fit into your schedule tomorrow, maybe choose a different practice that does seem more manageable. So if tomorrow is Saturday, I now want you to think towards Sunday. And again, holding this affirmation and intention in your heart, think about when on Sunday and how and where you can practice the same habit. I want you to picture yourself going through all of the steps. Can think through the rest of the week, Monday, Tuesday. Just ensuring that this is something that does indeed fit into your life, that will leave you feeling good and affirmed rather than burdened or stressed. Right? This is something that we're giving to ourselves. It's not for anyone else. It's a small habit that we use to affirm ourselves. And now come back to today, to this moment in real space and time. Inhale through your nose, feel your body rise. Exhale through your nose, feel your body fall. Return to your affirmation, whatever it might be. Again, I'll offer mine. I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this moment. Just take a moment sitting, breathing with your intention, with your affirmation, feeling your body move in real time and space with your breath. And if at any point in your practice of this habit, you find that you're forgetting why you did it, can come back to this moment, thinking back to your affirmation, back to your breath, and how good it feels just to give yourself some time to slow down. This is a gift that you have given yourself, and nobody can take it away from you. This is something that you've done for yourself. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. You are so very alive and you are so very loved. You are welcome to stay in your meditative space for as long as you'd like. You can even take a nap if that feels good. Otherwise, I'll count us down from 3, at which point you're welcome to open your eyes or make any other gestures that feel good to your body. Take a nice inhale through the nose, a life-affirming inhale. And let it go for 3, 2, 1. I'm now going to blow out this candle as a symbolic gesture that our intentional meditation space is ending. Again, you are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. And as I watch the literal smoke from the candle clear my air, I'm reminded that through intentionally sitting with ourselves, we literally change the space around us and our relationship to the space around us. Have a wonderful evening. It's beautiful to practice with you. Hope to see you soon.